Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we will learn plant to plant stock transfer using two-step procedure. So, in the two-step plant to plant stock transfer, we use below movement type. What are the movement types we use here? To remove the material from the storage location of the issuing plant, we use movement type 303. And to place the material in the storage location of the receiving plant, we use movement type 305, which we can see here in this figure also, which I have highlighted. Okay, next, when we remove the material from storage location of the issuing plant, valuation of the stock transfer takes place. Hence, once the posting is done, it creates an accounting document along with the material document. Further, once the material is removed from storage of the issuing plant, the stock is displayed as stock in transit. We can display the stock in transit using MMBE transaction code. Okay, after you complete the step number 1, you can display the stock in transit using MMBE T code. Next, to place the material in storage location of receiving plant, we have to input the material document number created in step 1. Okay, then once the material is placed in storage in receiving plant, accounting document is not generated for the material document. Why? This is because valuation is already done when we had removed the stock from issuing plant in step 1. So, in the two-step procedure, you should remember that when you do the step 1, that is when you remove the material from the issuing plant to place the material in the receiving plant, valuation is done. Okay, and hence accounting document will be generated in step number 1. Okay, but in step number 2, valuation will not take place and it will not create any accounting document for the material document. Okay, further one small note I have given here. If we display the material document created when issuing the material from issuing plant, we can see issuing plant and receiving plant. Hence, valuation has taken place and accounting document is created. But if we display the material document created when receiving the material into receiving plant, we can see only the receiving plant. Hence, valuation does not take place and no accounting document is created. Okay, so how to do this two-step plant to plant stock transfer? In the first step, we should go to MIGO transaction code, select remove from storage, other, make sure that the movement type is 303. The system will by default select, but still, we have to make sure movement type is 303. Input the material, issuing plant, issuing storage location, receiving plant, receiving storage location, quantity, enter, check and post. Okay, so step 1 is done. How to do the step 2? MIGO transaction code, select place in storage, material document. Okay, what is this material document? This is the material document which is created in step number 1. Okay, step number 1. Okay, put the material document of step number 1. Then system will automatically select movement type 305. Okay, just press enter, check and post. Okay, that will create a material document for placing the stock into the receiving plant. Okay, so we know that that in the step number 1, accounting document is created for the material document, but in step number 2, accounting document is not created for the material document. Now we will do one simple exercise. Okay, for plant to plant stock transfer using two-step procedure. Okay, the exercise is like this: transfer material R-10003 25 pieces from 1000 storage location of plant 9110 to storage location 1000 of plant 9120 using two-step plant to plant stock transfer. Okay, then display the material document, okay, generated at the time of stock removal from issuing plant, and also display the accounting document. Okay, once we complete the step number 1, display the stock in transit after, okay, that is removing the material from issuing plant. Then finally, okay, after we complete the step number 2, display the material document generated at the time of stock placement in receiving plant, and also explain why accounting document is not generated. Okay, so now we will go to SAP system and check the stock of the materials here. See, in first, in the issuing plant 9110, stock is 1025 pieces. In receiving plant 9120, okay, that is the stock is 125 pieces. Okay, we have checked the stock in MMBE transaction code. Okay, now what we will do the step number one. Okay, we will do the step number one to remove the 25 pieces from the receiving plant and storage location of the receiving plant. Okay. So what we have to do, we have to MIGO transaction code, select remove from storage other. Okay, let us go to MIGO. Here, select remove from storage. Here, you have to select other. Okay, so the movement type, it has by default taken 303. We can also check the movement type here, in the F4. F4 here and this one, we can see 303 movement type means transfer posting, plant to plant, remove from storage. Okay, so here 303. Input the material number, issuing plant, then our receiving, then storage location of the issuing plant, then receiving plant, then storage location of the receiving plant 1000 and quantity. Okay, what is the quantity? 25 pieces. 25. Enter. Okay, the system will capture all the description and all the data. Okay, then make sure that item OK is checked here. Okay, then click on check. Okay, click on post. 49000 ending with 103 posted. Okay, so we have just done the step number one to remove the material from storage location of the issuing plant. Okay, now we will display this material document here. Okay, here how to display? In the drop down here, select display. Automatically, pull this material document which is just now created. Okay, then select, just do enter, press enter. Okay, we can see all the details here. Okay, material number, issuing plant, issuing storage location, receiving plant, and all that. Okay, so now what we have to do? So here, then we will see the accounting document here. Click on document information. Okay, here click on FI documents. We can see the FI document. Okay, 49000 ending with 9. Okay, we can see the stock postings here. Okay, so here go back. Okay, so we have just now seen the material document. Okay, it is created in the step number one and also the accounting document. Then after the material is removed from the storage location of the issuing plant, we can see the stock in transit. Okay, because whatever the 25 quantity we have just now removed from the issuing plant, okay, it has become stock in transit for the receiving plant. Okay, how to see the stock in transit? We can see here in the MMBE transaction code of the receiving plant. Okay, so here we can just refresh the same. Okay, the stock is still same like the old one, 125, and here we can see stock in transit. Okay, stock in transit which is 25 pieces. Okay, because still we have not completed the step number two to place the material in the receiving plant 9120. Okay, it will still show in stock in transit. That means here, in short, right, until we place the material in the receiving plant, okay, in the receiving storage location of the receiving plant, the stock, whatever we removed from the issuing plant, will show as stock in transit for the receiving plant. Okay, next, we'll do the step number two. Okay, we will place in storage of the receiving plant and post the document, material document. Okay, we'll go to SAP system again here. Here again, we are in MIGO. Here, go to the MIGO transaction code. Here, what we have to select? Select is for the step two, place in storage. Place in storage and material document. Here, we have to input the material document which is generated from step number one, which is already, system has selected by default 490000103. Just press enter. The system will capture all the details here. Okay, we can see here the material number, quantity, okay, everything there. Okay, so where we are going to place this one? In plant 9120 in storage location 1000. Okay, here we have to input the storage location also. That is, because, the system will ask in which storage location of the receiving plant we are going to put this one. Okay. So after putting this one, the data, only, we will input the storage location of the receiving plant. Okay. Enter. Then here, we have to make sure that, we have selected item OK here. Click on item OK, select item OK, then click on check and click on 49000 ending with 104 posted. Okay, now we will display this material document. Okay, so here, how to display the material document? In step number 2, okay, click on here, display material document. The system has automatically, selected the material document of the step number 1, which is 49000 ending with 10. Enter. Okay, we can see the all the details here. See, we can see the material, we can see the quantity. Okay, we can see where, and here we can see the, movement type 305 hours. Okay, so which is used to receive the material in the receiving plant. So here, when we display the material document, okay, from this created from the step number 2, here, we can see only the, receiving plant, only the receiving plant and its storage location. Okay, so that is the reason, right? When we try to see if a accounting document is created, okay, let us see that one. I am in the document information tab page. Click on the FI document, get the message, no subsequent document found in accounting. Because, we have already seen in the details, right, in my previous videos on the overview and everything, right? When we do the stock transfer from plant to plant using two-step procedure, only the material, that is, only in the step number 2, only material document is created, but no accounting document is generated. But in step number 1, accounting document is also generated for the material document. So that is in short, right? When we display the material document created in step number 2, we can see only one plant, okay, which is the receiving plant. Okay. But if we see the material document which is created in the step number 1, okay, which is 103, you see both the plants here, which is the issuing plant as well as the receiving plant. Hence, because, when you transfer material from one plant to another plant, right, that time only valuation will take. And once valuation takes place, accounting document will definitely, be created. But in step number 2, okay, so here material is, simply, that is, placed in receiving plant 91220. Okay, hence, accounting document is not generated. Okay, so these are the, important points, you should remember. And further, okay, so now let us go to the check the stock in the receiving plant. So before, that is we had done the step number 2. What we had seen that, the 25 pieces, after removing from the storage location and the issuing plant, after we removed the 25 pieces from the issuing plant, that is the stock was, 25 pieces in stock in transit. Okay, so now that is, now after, we complete the step number 2. If we refresh this one, here the unrestricted stock will increase to 125 plus 25 150, and stock in transit will be 0. See, now I will simply, what I will do, I will simply, refresh this one. Refresh. See, now the unrestricted stock in the receiving plant has become 150 and stock in transit has gone. See, it has, because step number 2 is completed. Okay, now that is what was the stock in the issuing plant. Okay, before that is, we transferred the material, it was 1025 pieces. If you refresh, now the stock will become 1025 minus 25, that is 1000 pieces. So this is all about, okay, plant to plant stock transfer using two-step procedure. Okay, so in my next video, right, we will see the plant to plant stock transfer using stock transport order. Okay, so till then, see you, and that is, thanks for watching my video.